each year I get a lot of people who come up to me and they'll say, does tutoring work? Should I get a tutor? Now, before we look at whether tutoring works, there's a more important question, and that is, how do people get in a position where they say, oh, I need a tutor? So what I've observed from working with thousands of students over the years is that what will happen is that, students will say, oh, look, we've got all this work to do, let's just start studying. So you start studying and you're doing your work and you're going well and you're getting stuff done, and then out of nowhere, someone's on Facebook. Oh, hi, how you going? Yep, okay, great, fantastic, have a quick chat there. Okay, back to your study, going well, turned off Facebook, more focused. SMS, got a reply, okay, it's rude not to reply, thanks very much, see you at the party, back to your study, getting more stuff done, feeling productive, but then you look at your watch and you realize what time it is. It's 6:28. So, no new information here. We all know that these things are distractions. But what a lot of people don't realize is every time I say, look, you know what, I'm just going to stop what I'm doing, I'm going to go, I'm going to watch Neighbours, and I'll do that later. Okay? There's actually a word for that when you say, you know what, I'll do that later. That's right, procrastination. So, procrastinate, watch Neighbours, talk to your friends a bit, have dinner, talk to your parents, and you get to the end of the night and you realize, you know what, haven't actually done the work. So you go to school the next day without having done the work. And there's a word for that. What's that called? It's called falling behind. If you don't do the work, you fall behind. So you're in class and the teacher's talking and it's pretty interesting stuff, but because you haven't done the work, it doesn't make any sense. So what do? You talk to the person next to you, say, hey, how you going? What are you doing on the weekend? And as a result, you become a bit bored and you think, what's this all about? Then the stress and the pressure starts to kick in, the books start to pile up, you've got all these assignments, and at this stage a lot of students, what they'll do is they'll say, you know what, I'll just do what I can do. And the second you say, I'll just do what I can do, what have you just done? Well, you've just lowered your standards. You might have had this amazing course you wanted to get into, but you just say, I'll just do what I can do, and you accept second best. And so now you're not studying as much as you usually do, and you're not as motivated as you normally are, and as a result, your parents are a bit concerned, and they say, shouldn't you be studying, and have you done your homework? And as a result, there then can be a little bit of conflict at home. And every single parent who I've ever met, they've always wanted the absolute best for their students. They'll say, look, this is year 9, year 10, year 11, year 12, these are really important years, we've got to do really well. So they'll say, look, you know what, let's get a tutor. And you can get a tutor, and if you do say a tutor once a week, 40 weeks in the school year for 3 subjects, so you do 40 by 1 by 3, so that's 120 hours of wasted time. Now, why is that wasted time? Well, the reason it's wasted time is because what does a tutor do? Well, the tutor says, well, when you're getting distracted and you're on Facebook or answering SMSs or whatever you're doing, the tutor says, well, here's the work you should have done. So what does a tutor do? A tutor repeats school. Now, important that they're doing that because you haven't actually got the work. But the point is, it's not a situation which you want to get into. If I asked you, I said, do you want to stay down a year? Do you want to repeat a year? Now, everyone would say no. But for some reason, people seem to be satisfied to repeat a week or a month or 2 months. So really what this is about is it's about realizing that if you know how to do things, if you know the correct process, you're going to get things right the first time. So more important than does tutoring work, the more important question is to ask, how can I be an independent learner? How can I make sure that I get things done on my own 2 feet so that whenever something's due, whenever there's an essay, whenever there's an assignment, I know exactly the way to do it and I don't depend on anyone else. So I've created a 3-page guide on what you need to know before you hire a tutor, how you can start to become a bit more independent and when a tutor, in those certain situations, when a tutor is useful. So fill in your details on the form and I'll send you that guide straight away. Talk to you soon.